Hello everybody, welcome back. I'm MrRedClaw. Welcome back to some more World of Tanks. And today I'm probably going to I'm going to be showing you probably one of the most, if not the most OP tank in the game. It is of course the Object 279E, the tier 10 Russian I guess reward vehicle, because yeah, it is that. Of course, from like the second campaign of reward tanks, this is the top one, the best one. And well, people said that like the Object 260 was like quite OP, and it was. That was of course like the tier 10 from like the first set of reward like missions, like the best reward tank from those. But then of course this came in and people changed their minds really quickly, as this is just so OP. As you see, just sitting out in the open, you wouldn't do that in, probably wouldn't even do that in a mouse, because that E4 probably could pen the lower plate of the mouse so easily, or the cheeks, especially with APCR firing at the mouse, that would go through quite smoothly. But the 279E, just sitting out in the open, and first 2.5 minutes of this game he's already bounced 3,000 damage and done 2,700, sitting out in front of Scorpion Gs, Standard Bs, E4s, who else knows what's over there and isn't shooting at it. He's already done a mission. What's that? He's done part of the mission, do 3,000 damage, then he also needs to block 7,200 to do Heavy Tank 12 for the Object 260, and then he needs to win and survive to complete it with honours. There you go, another hit, and a Scorpion actually penetrates him. Now where did that go? I think that went into... Oh, this tank of course doesn't have a lower plate, but there is a weak point, it's kind of like a mid plate just above the tracks, that is like 260mm of armour, but at that kind of angle, a Scorpion firing APCR definitely would have been able to penetrate that. Already up to 2 kills. Oh, yep, still 2 kills as the Standard B somehow bounces. The 258mm of standard AP ammo, which does 440 damage. Now the person, DJ Beat, I guess, I don't really know. But yeah, DJ Beat packs a lot of high explosive anti-tank ammo in this tank, as you probably would, as there's a Lynx over there spotted right in the open, probably hoping to get some spotted damage, but spotted assistance, but I think he only got some on the E75, if even that, so not really the best game for that Lynx over there. Now these heat rounds do have 340mm of penetration, so you're going to go through quite a lot of things. Even this tank from the front, if it's like on level ground, this like upper plate, you can get it with heat, especially if you're shooting from above. But what the 279E just has to do is like, I don't know, just go up a ridge or something just a bit, angle it like this, and yeah, that's not gonna... It's going to be able to literally bounce everything, even the Jagdpanzer E100 with that 420mm of penetration on those heat rounds. Now what's good about this tank? Basically everything. 2,622 damage per minute. These are all base readings, so that's a reload of 10.07 seconds. An aim time of 2.21, so pretty decent for a heavy tank. 0.35 dispersion, again pretty decent. Amazing like dispersion values on the move, whilst turning and traversing the turret. It's basically like just bad enough that you would probably want to use vert stabs, but you don't have to. It's not like a necessity. Now what else is good? It carries a decent amount of ammo, 40 shells, gives a potential damage of 17,600, so that is enough to sometimes go through these longer rounds. A top speed of 40 km/h forwards and 13 backwards, so it's pretty fast. The power to 228 at 14.17 isn't the most, but it's still fast enough that it can at least go up 30, if not 35, along the flat. The gun depression does kind of suck like on every other Russian tank at 5 degrees. But the armor, as I said, 185 at the front, 120 at the side, 90 at the rear. And as you can see over here, it's kind of like boat shaped, so even if you angle it like this, like, even if like someone gets to your side, you could bounce quite easily as it is like boat shaped. And yep, there you go, puts a good shell into the ELC even 90 who was spotting them. Probably got tired of just sitting there doing no spotting damage, so probably fired at this lurver. And yeah, he actually took the lurver out over there. But yeah, it just wasn't enough. The 2790 actually has 400 meters of base view range, so you can get that up to 445 if not more, even without coated optics, which is why he's spotting medium tanks out, maybe not the most, but he's spotting that VK 16801P at, I know he wasn't spotting him that time, but before, when he was out in the open, he spotted him at max range. Of course, the camo values on the tank aren't the best, but still, other heavy tanks probably could not do that, and this one can. 330mm of front turret armor, so yeah, good luck penning this. There is 2 weak spots over there, but they're quite tiny and hard to hit, especially if you're using that 5 degrees of gun depression and if you're kind of shaking this tank like this. Of course, as I said, no lower plate, so you can't like shoot the lower plate. You have to get lucky like the IS-3-2 did, I'm pretty sure, who penned him like this at an angle, probably not using the good depression there. And this kind of bar over here that you're seeing, that's where you can pen this. That's where it's only 260 millimeters of millimeters of armor, so you have to fire heat still, but you can sometimes deal with this, but probably not, as most people using this are using like bounty equipment, have really good skilled crews, so they're probably going to probably going to kill you before you kill them, as the Charfuter 4 puts a shell into the side of the turret over here as a DJ beat turned away, or is that beach maybe, I'm not sure. It's spelled kind of weird, but it's not, I don't know. But what else is good? 2,400 hit points, which is just 100 less than the IS-4. That's like, has quite a lot of hit points, and this at 2,400 definitely can survive these long range engagements and extended periods of time out in the open, even without like this rock. DJ could probably sit out here, of course angled towards the people up there, and still survive for a decent amount of time. The camo of course isn't too good, as this is a heavy tank, but it's still, well, it's not as bad as the mouse, but I think it's just like about 50% better, which isn't the best. Now DJ is definitely well, probably using I don't know, bounty equipment on this. I'd probably use vert stabs, gun rammer, and maybe vents. Don't really need to use coated optics on this, as if you're using food like DJ is using over here, I'd probably have a maxed out crew with well, at least a couple of skills like Brothers in Arms, situational awareness, and that other one that just went out of my mind right now. But all of those, along with food, you're definitely going to get at least like 450, maybe even 460 plus meters of view range. So absolutely loads on a heavy tank like this that can just do everything. This is just the definition of overpowered in a game. I once faced this with a T-57 Heavy. I of course fired heat rounds just from the get-go, because I just don't have a chance with AP rounds. I shot it over here, only 2 went through, and the 2790 on the enemy team. Just kind of pushed through our team with ease, because it is basically quite easy to do this. Maybe not everyone could do 10,000 damage and survive for this long to stand the chance of taking this round down, but everyone could at least do maybe half of this in a good matchup, even maybe more, as this is just a dumb-proof tank, to be honest. You just face your tank towards the enemy team, load the gold, and just keep on shooting. I definitely can't wait to get my hands on this, because it looks filthy good, and hopefully this, I'll be able to pick it up. I am still only on the first set, but I do have plans to kind of start working on that quite soon and quite fast, as DJ is up to 10,400 damage, 9,000 damage blocked, and 1,600 spotting damage, which isn't most, but still going to be enough to at least take this round out, as only the STB1 remains. And I don't think he's going to be able to take out all of these tanks, especially when he's spotted out in the open, reversing backwards, away from danger. Did that go through? No, I don't think it did. But it's just a matter of time. The STB1 might have good damage per minute, but I don't think it's going to be good enough to take all of these guys out. Or maybe he could take up the E75 and the E4 with one hit, but the Conway isn't full health, and DJ is in a 2790 over here, as he only has 3 rounds left. That should be enough, especially if the STB1 kind of panics and shoots the tracks over here. I think he's just kind of given up and trying to... Oh no, he's gone out. Oh, and that is filthy. He is getting that medal. I can't remember. We're going to have to check. To kill the last remaining tank with the last remaining shell in your vehicle. Absolutely brilliant round. So here we can see the post-game results. Of course, an ace tanker for that. That was absolutely brilliant. Of course, finishing that mission with honours, along with all other cool kind of medals that you normally get. But the other awesome medals, a Radley Walters, Faden's medal, and that is for destroying the last enemy vehicle in the battle with your last remaining shell. Tank Sniper, a cool-headed, high caliber, a steel ball of course, and a Top Gun for the 9 kills. That's why of course you've got the Radley Walters over here. 12,166 damage, 1,696 base experience, 9 kills of course. Actually made a profit on this, as I'm pretty sure this was played. Yeah, this was still... this happened after the... Well, still during the holiday up, so he got that. I'm pretty sure that's this, or maybe this, I don't know, but still nearly 80k profit after all of that. Fired all shells, 32 penetrated, 35 did find the target. Absolutely brilliant game for this tank, and as I said, I really can't wait to get it, because yeah, it does seem to be fun, but maybe for how long, I don't know. Maybe it gets boring after a couple of games, but I think for now that is going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye bye.